Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about the Secretary of Defense and Republicans in Congress and roadblocks that are being thrown up and promotions and what all of this is really about. Okay, so the Secretary of Defense basically made an appeal to Republicans in Congress, asking them to stop blocking promotions for higher-ranking members of the U.S. military, because right now they're doing that. They're basically putting them all on hold. And it is dozens upon dozens. I want to say 160 officers right now are being impacted by it. The reason Republicans are doing this, the reason this holdup is occurring, is the Republicans are mad that the Department of Defense is standing by the women in the military and giving them leave time for family planning or whatever. And this has upset Republicans. It's worth remembering that women now make up about 20% of the force. So DOD has a very vested interest in making sure that those troops maintain a readiness level. And that's a big part of the Secretary of Defense's appeal to stop this holdup. He talked about ripple effects, where basically these promotions not happening are holding things up and they're causing downstream effects. Is this true? Yeah, absolutely. We've talked about it on the channel before, oddly enough, about the same type of stuff. When we talked about the legislation when it comes to family planning or different identities and stuff like that a lot of red states were passing, we talked about how some troops may not be able to go to certain installations, which could create a readiness issue, which basically troops in the military move around a lot. They change the installation they're at. When one moves to a new installation, another one has to come in to fill that position. Promotions typically are associated with different commands. You're getting a new job a lot of the time, especially when you're talking about higher ranking officers. If they can't get promoted, it makes it harder for them to go to where they're supposed to be. It also stops somebody further down the chain from moving up and taking their spot. This also has implications when it comes to their retirements and all kinds of stuff. Now, at this point, we are talking about high-ranking officers. The impact to their retirement isn't going to be a whole lot. It won't really be noticed as long as this gets resolved. If it goes on, their time and grade, it will cause more and more issues. Aside from that, the Secretary of Defense pointed out how it's impeding readiness in the sense of people not being able to take the command that they need to be in as we move into a near-peer situation, or I think the term he used was geopolitically complex, something along those lines. But basically, stopping the promotions slows the ability of the U.S. military to respond to anything. So, is that true? Yeah. Everything in what the Secretary of Defense said, that's accurate. And it is about, once again, the Republican Party wanting to control women. That's the entirety of the issue. Republicans are framing it more around, we didn't authorize this and so on and so forth. Well, I mean, that's all fine and good. But the legal mechanism that they use to do this, from everything that we've seen so far, is holding up. So it's another example of Republicans attempting to grandstand and score political points with their lesser informed members of their base while jeopardizing U.S. readiness, people's retirements, a whole bunch of different things. So it's just par for the course, honestly. So anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.